Hey, welcome back to Wildcat Guitars, Season 2 of Best Guitar in the Shop, or Favorite Guitar in the Shop. Today we are highlighting Palir from Southeast Louisiana. John Palir makes a great guitar with a very unique finish and a very unique look. I think it definitely stands out in the pack. They're some of my favorite guitars. I have a couple of my own, and I love them. So let's just jump right in. We just got these in. This one is just a great example of what he calls his Titans. And this one has got what he calls the barn burner finish on it. As you can see, you got the grain burned in here, giving it a real cool and sort of unique look there. But it's also got a black alligator pick guard and control plate, which I think is really cool. Let's take a look at the back here. Again, you get that burned grain in there. Just nice amber neck. Like, it's just a really cool take on a Telecaster. It's got a unique look, but it's got like a classic vibe to it as well. So this one's just, I really like. And I believe these are the Porter pickups in here, which are great Telecaster pickups. So definitely want to check those out. So the next one, this one was sort of a personal favorite for me. We did a charcoal finish here with Daphne Blue grain fill. Again, you got the Porters in there, I think. We did the gray wash on the neck here. So it's got a really cool look, kind of a different look on that maple neck, but it's just maple. See on the back there. It looks like you kind of just dropped it in a can of oil or something, you know? It's just got a really cool look. They're very smooth. The fretwork is really good. And the playing surface is just, it's really impeccable. And when we did the sides here with the Daphne Blue, with the charcoal grain fill, the black double binding, so it kind of sets it off a little bit, give it a little bit of, contrast there. So this one was definitely spec'd, no pick guard. I spec'd this kind of like what I would be looking for if I was doing a build with John. And then this finish is actually my first experience with the Palir brand. I have a Titan with this finish. This one is called Shipwreck. And as you can see, it looks like this has been just like in the water, in the Gulf of Mexico, just out there sitting, and John finally pulled it out and gave it a nice little just sand down and sent it out, It's got a great vibe, like all this, the waviness of the grain, but also just the pattern of him wiping it down and everything, wiping off the paint is just a really cool vibe. Again, go with that dark gray, that dark black neck that he does on the maple. It's just such a killer look. It goes so well with so many different colors, and just the touch that I think really sets it off is the switch tip there. It's aged and cracked, and it's blue, and it looks great. I don't think this would be as cool if it had just a black pickup switch on it. So. Yeah, that one I love the shipwrecks that John does. These are just a really cool vibe. We've got Lawler pickups in here. So, HSS, you can do a lot. This thing is going to basically handle any job you throw at it. So, yeah, that one, I love that Stinger. But overall, my winner is going to be the charcoal and Daphne Blue Titan, the Mojo finish. Mikki asked me if I was going to take it home with me, actually, because I spec'd it for myself. But it's a great guitar, and you want to come check these out while they're still in stock. Wildcat Guitars.
Yeah, so before I get into mine, just side note, I actually left this one out of inventory. So if you think this is one you want, you better come down and get it quickly, because it might come back out of inventory and back onto Alex's list. You never know. You never know. Man, I'm going to say this before I show you mine. we're in a unique place in the guitar world now, and that is that there's so many things out there. There's so many builders out there, and I think that for builders, for somebody that's done building, which I have myself, it can be really hard to differentiate yourself from a lot of what's on the market. I have a lot of respect for John. He's found his thing. He does it the way that he likes to do it, the way that he sees it. And that's very unique. And I don't know of anybody else out there that does it the way that John does. So big props to you, John, for creating such a unique piece. I'm going to start here. So most of what we have here, like what Alex showed you, these are all new. This is one that we have from the last batch, but this is still one of my favorites. And if I was adding a telly, a very traditional straight ahead telly to my lineup, it would maybe be the one. There's a couple of Fender custom shops that are kind of in there, but I really love this one. I've loved it since the beginning. Plays exactly like you would expect it to, sounds like you would expect it to. So I really, really dig this one. I mean, I've always just liked that. So it's basically like a mocha finish, if you will, maybe a little bit more red, but over the top of a light green grain fill. So, I mean, it just causes those browns and those reds to just really pop. Typical with all Palers, the treatment on the neck is exactly the same, the matching headstock. It's even got the burst around the pick guard there. So, I mean, just really, really cool, everything that he does with these. I am more of a Strat guy, so the Stinger is usually always what I'm looking at. I'm in love with this one in the same way that Alex loves blue and green. I'm a big fan of green. He calls this candy green, and it's basically over the top of like a desert sand, if you will. Almost has like the shipwreck kind of look, but not quite. There is a lot of paint missing and a lot of that grain coming through. But just a really, really killer look. I love that green, especially with the rosewood board. The dark amber peg head on it. And this one plays like a gem. I mean, it just shreds. What a really cool, unique piece. But this is the one I'm most in love with. When I opened the case, I think I stared at it for about 5 minutes before I even did anything else. So, Stinger. It's got the Porter pickups in it. It's got the black grain fill with that whitewash over the top. And then that really, really killer paisley guard. And it's really cool too because the paisley pattern is underneath the plastic, so it's got real depth to it. Rosewood board, but actually, I think it's ebony. I'm sorry, it's an ebony board. Maple neck that's also got the black treatment. So again, the black neck just tying in with all that black grain fill is just super, super killer. And man, this thing plugged in is an absolute beast. Love those pickups. As soon as I plugged this in, I was like, all right, if I don't have this guitar, maybe I need a set of these pickups to put in something. But anyway, this thing is just killer. Super, super cool. So again, if you're looking for something really unique, if you want something that is, I mean, it's a professional grade tool, but it hanging on the wall, one of the coolest and most unique pieces you might ever own, you got to have a Palir, man. They are just killer. So many cool things. Honorable mention, I love offsets, obviously. This is also one that we got in. It's called the Imperial.
Ocean turquoise with black.
Ocean turquoise and black, yeah. When I was trying to decide what my favorites were, I really had 4, and I had to whittle it down, but I figured, I had to throw the honorable mention in there, so.
So is the Paisley your winner?
The Paisley is my winner. Yeah, I sorry I didn't make that clear, but yeah, for sure would be that Stinger for sure. So
Awesome. Well, so there you have it. Completely unique guitars from John Palir out of Louisiana. These things play great. They look really cool. Like, I enjoy looking at them as much as I enjoy playing them, honestly. So you definitely want to come check these out at Wildcat Guitars.